It's such an honor to be here, guys. And we saw the preliminary round, and we were blown away by the performers. And I'm really looking forward to more performances tonight. The poem that I'm going to be performing, it's a poem about menstruation. And this is how it goes. We were monsters in the kitchen, stealing apple pies and animal biscuits. We were upside down lying, rolled up in bed, Willy Wonka believers. We were pajama cape wearing, ankle shoelace tying, sock puppet game achievers. We lived in bathrooms like behind the tiles were airplane invaders, and we drew skylines and fighter planes inside to save us. Classroom monitors as pilots to lead our stars, wrapped around as seatbelts for us dreamers, until one day, when our stories could no longer save us. We first bled when our basketball hands became 4 times a day napkin changers. Skirts were targeted and stains were marketed, and we ran home from myths that were truths to some people on the same universe. On our bicycles and school buses, we rode through the potholes of embarrassment and speed breakers of society, hitting us right between our legs, telling us about an entire life cycle we have the responsibility to protect. So for 4 nights, our hearts jumped out and stood on the bridges of our stomachs, staring at that volcano eroding inside, pulled down by its own windpipe, while we lay on our bed smelling of pork gone wrong, staring at that ceiling, looking for stories in the shape of constellations of storks carrying babies to console us. But the stars and their light were so far away, they belonged to a different universe. So we rolled up courage and threw it out the windows, ran back to the bathroom with no stories behind back doors. But I wish I could talk to my 12-year-old self. I would tell her, let your feet follow the sound that your basketball's brave, brave hands want to. And let yourself dribble up and down like the corners of your heart trying to stretch through the open windows. Because there are millions of us who are with you. So do not take yourself too seriously when hideous becomes a term you start associating with your own body. Wondering what you look like when things down there were not right. From the corner of the eyes, I saw you break down like your heart slipped out the corners of those little windows, speaking your language, bleeding little by little, leaving traces behind, but catching its breath to remind you to live. Thank you.